promised you guys before that I would keep up with any major updates on the new Mortal Kombat movie. And do we have updates indeed? By the way, before I begin, please forgive the shadow on my shirt. I'm quite aware of it. I have a new microphone arm here, so I'm still trying to mess with the lighting and figure out how to not have this shadow on me. For now, just kindly ignore that for this video. The Mortal Kombat movie is actually moving along pretty quickly now. You can even go on Twitter and see a bunch of people posting photos over in Australia, lining up for a casting call to be an extra in the movie. And I know I've addressed this in previous videos on the subject, but one of the biggest concerns I always hear from fans of this movie is the whole Kohler thing, an original character that's going to be the star of the movie. I've always said that's from an old script from the old production team. It's got nothing to do with the new production, and I think this new round of casting news pretty much confirms that that's old news. That's no longer the Mortal Kombat movie that will be happening. What's happening is something much closer to the source material. What we know so far officially at this point, it's going to have fatalities, it's going to be a hard R rating, and Sub-Zero is in it, and we have an actor playing him. And now we have the main hero and grand champion of Mortal Kombat, Liu Kang. He's being played by Ludi Lin. I didn't recognize him by name, but he's the kid that played Zack, the Black Ranger, in the Power Rangers reboot, which I actually really liked. Nostalgia can make you forget how extremely cheesy and campy the original Power Rangers was, and the new one was a cool reimagining of the series. Another important character in the series that was confirmed is Jax, the big black strong dude with metal arms. Combine Samuel L. Jackson with Terry Crews and you have Jax. You know, my dream casting for Jax has always either been Terry Crews or Michael J. White, who did play him in the Mortal Kombat Legacy web series, and I was quite happy with him. They should have just picked him for the movie. It needs to be someone big and imposing. Someone that if you walked into them in the middle of the street at night and got into a fight, they would probably beat your face in easily. But it's, Makad Brooks. I'm not even sure if I pronounced that correctly. Jimmy Olsen from the CW Supergirl show. I don't know how I feel about this one. I don't see it at all. I don't see him as Jax. Maybe his acting is great. I've only seen him in Supergirl, and it's a fairly terrible show. I actually don't recommend it to anybody. Maybe season 1. But I have to remember that he is not the character of Jimmy. He is a person playing a role. So maybe he can pull off Jax. I don't know. I think no matter what, he does need to bulk up a bit. Jax needs to be a big dude. And as Raiden, we have... Hold on, let me look at my notes. I don't know what the hell's going on with these names. Tadanobu Asano? Tadanobu Asano. He's Raiden. I'm sure some people will complain about the race change here with this casting, but I like this guy. He's a decent actor. He was Hogan in Thor movies, one of the Warriors 3 that are buddy-buddy with Thor, and he was also in Battleship. Which I don't know why, but that movie was way better than it deserved to be. I thought that movie was gonna suck, and I saw it in theaters, and it was a lot of fun. It's just a mindless popcorn flick. It's one of those movies where you have to leave your brain at the door and just enjoy it or don't. There's no in-between with these kind of movies. Another thing to keep in mind, in the Mortal Kombat lore, Raiden doesn't really have a physical form. He's a god. He chose that form to be his human form. So really, he could look like whatever the hell he wants to. Last casting news we have is Mileena. Yes! She's one of my favorite characters in the entire series. And confirming Mileena basically confirms Katana too. You can't really have Mileena without Katana unless they change the story in terrible ways. But we don't have a Katana casting announcement yet. I'm sure that's down the pipeline soon. She's being played by Cece Stringer. This is the first time I've heard about her. It looks like she's a newcomer to acting. The only credits I was able to find for her was an assistant director for Matt Gaffney Must Die. I don't know what that is either. So I can't really judge her based off of acting just yet. With Mileena, it doesn't matter as much who you pick physically, because if she's done right, she's gonna have monster eyes and razor sharp teeth covered by a mask. So most of her face is gonna be hidden by makeup or CG. I'm really excited about these news because, like I've said multiple times already, every time more news comes out officially, not rumors, every time official news comes out for this movie, it's always awesome. And the fact that Mileena is even going to be in it, because it does give us kind of a hint of what they're doing with the story. It looks like they're going to kind of mix and match the lore of the video games, because she wasn't present in the first Mortal Kombat, which I assume that's what this movie is going to be telling the story for. Then again, the video game universe has rebooted the entire timeline twice now, in a major way, and has had different versions of different characters. So I think they're kind of doing the same thing with this movie. They're just picking different elements of the lore. The most important thing is that they're staying true to the characters from the Mortal Kombat universe. As soon as there's more official news, since I don't report on rumors, I'll make sure to let you guys know right away. But for today, that's all I have. Leave me your thoughts down below as usual. What do you guys think of the casting, and who else are you waiting for? You guys know I'm waiting for a Scorpion announcement. He's a must. Since you made it to the end of this video, I assume you enjoyed it, so why don't you go ahead and smash that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss any new content. You can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, links in the description below, and if you'd like to support the channel, you can join my Patreon or become a channel member. This is Fabian, I love you guys, and I'll see you next time.